We are live.
Oh man, StreamYard, crikey.
There's probably no one even here now.
Well, there's some blokes coming back. Johnny Recondo's there. Who else
I need a drink. That could be a beer, a glass of wine. I don't know.
Zazel's back.
Something.
Quentin's back. There we are. Just give it.
Let's just go to the chat for a minute while I gather my thoughts. Joe, hello. Thank you for your patience.
Thanks for coming back, Joe.
Yes, indeed.
Does anyone know Johnny Reno? Someone sent Johnny Reno a message. I don't know who he is. I'm afraid.
Yeah, I know Johnny.
Yeah.
I'll just quickly hang on. I'll quickly flick him. He's probably just logged out of his phone or logged out of the app completely.
I reckon you should play the intro. Play the intro. Play the intro.
No,
play the
we're not doing
intro.
that.
Play the intro.
We're not doing that because I'm not going to run the risk of any further rubbish happening, and B, I cannot be bothered trying to figure it out. And C, no. Oh, look, it's Phil turned up. It's Philzy. Hey, Philzy. Welcome.
Hello, Phil. We had some StreamYard issues, Phil, in case you didn't see. Well,
at age 47, I value this head of hair, which is looking a bit disheveled right now, but I value this head of hair. The last 26 minutes or so have had me pulling it out. So, good times. Yo, Joes, indeed. Oh, Johnny is back. There he is. I just messaged you, mate. So, welcome again.
There he is. Everyone's coming back in.
How good is technology? Oh, look out now. Woody triple two.
Oh, my man.
What's up, bro? Glad you could make it just in time to miss the shenanigans of StreamYard being absolute trash. Straight basura, dumpster fire, jump in the bin. Anyway, we made it, Aaron. We made it.
We did indeed.
And tonight,
Zazel. Oh,
look at this guy, would you? Look at this guy. Big bloody kiss to you, mate. Big bloody kiss to you.
That's half your first coffee tomorrow in Melbourne prices.
barely get you a short black down here, mate.
Yeah.
Anyway, Aaron, why are we here tonight? What are we doing?
We're talking about chess.
Chess, not checkers.
No. Seriously, all the issues have thrown me. I've completely lost all train of thought. I don't know what I was going. Like, had all the ducks lined up in a row. Everything was all in my head. And
look, how about this? Instead of us trying to fumble around, the idea of what tonight's all about. Why don't I bring up a slide that you sent me?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Let's use that as a springboard, so to speak.
Play the slide. There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, I actually got it. I ducked out to Kmart today to buy a chessboard, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't own one. I don't own one.
Neither do I.
Neither do I. Well, just FYI, if you went down to Kmart, you can get this particular chessboard for $15, and it's got 11 different games in it. So it's got checkers, Chinese checkers, mahjong. It's got backgammon. It's got pickup sticks.
I used to love pickup sticks, bro.
for $15, it was a bargain. So I came back from Kmart and I put that on my my desk and set about selecting the G.I. Joe figures that I think should represent G.I. Joe on a chessboard.
Now, just to interject here, the characters that you have selected on screen, just for demonstrative purposes, these aren't the ones that you've picked, I hope.
They are indeed.
Oh, wow. Indeed. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I might as well fire away and go first.
Okay.
I think the arrangement was that I would talk about G.I. Joe. I'd select my G.I. Joe chess team, and you would select your Cobra team.
Correct. That's what we just decided upon. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. There's lots happening in the chat. I feel like we should be acknowledging some of these comments.
Let's go back to the chat for another little goosey gander. All right. What's happening in there? What's happening in there? All right. Where were we? Zazel. We're up to Zazel. Oh, Casey's here, but he can't watch from work anymore, so you'll have to probably catch the replay, I dare say. But
I'm going to eat some chocolate. Is it all right? I'm going to eat some chocolate.
Eat some chocolate, mate. I would love some chocolate right now. I would love a glass of wine, and I would love my wife to bring me one, but I don't think she's going to get off her ass and do that, so I'm going to have to miss out. All right, so let's see who else is here. Anyone else? Oh, Campbell. Look out, Campbell.
Here comes the money.
Yeah, look, we don't have a Stream Deck or whatever it's called, or sound card. Remember a sound card? Remember sound cards back in the day, how they were huge? And PCs. They don't even called sound cards anymore. Soundboards, I don't know. Whatever. I digress. I've had enough of computers for one night. Woody says, I think pickup sticks was invented by the poorest person ever on earth. And I have a feeling it might have been of Asian origins, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think it might have been. But
I can't remember how to play it. How do you play it? You can only touch one stick. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But here's a fun fact for you about chess. Not the oldest board game in the world, funnily enough.
Oh, really? What is the oldest?
It's something... I should have had this written down. Actually, I have a tab open, believe it or not. Technology is working in my favor. So, the royal game of Yeah, you are. Is the oldest playable board game in the world, originating around 4,600 years ago in ancient Mesopotamia. Basically, it was made out of wood and shell. It was found in a cemetery in South Iraq. So, it's chess, funnily enough. But we're here to play chess.
Big shout out to all our Iraqi viewers.
Yes, I'm sure there are plenty.
No. Other channels have Iraqi viewers and Ugandan viewers.
Yeah, that's true.
And viewers from Swaziland. Well, maybe not viewers, but subscribers.
In those faraway lands, Aaron, is there a type of people called bots? Is that what you're referring to? Is that
the botish? The botish. Yeah.
Is that an African tribe somewhere?
Never had much to do with the botish tribe.
No. Anyway, back to chess.
Oh, maybe the bots are from Botswana.
Touche. Anyway, enough of that rubbish. Let's talk about this game of chess. We've got Joes versus Cobra, where you've made your picks. They're on the screen.
Yeah.
Give them to me and why.
No worries. I reckon we'll start from the top and we'll go with the king. And I'm glad that Zazel is still in it. Has come back to the chat because my choice for the king.
Yep.
is none other than Sergeant Slaughter.
Wow, that is a big call.
So, obviously you could go General Hawk, or you could go Duke, or you could go Flint. But my thinking, a little bit out of the box. Bit of a weirdo. I think Johnny Sorensen called me a weirdo last week. A lovable weirdo. Thank you, Johnny.
That's fitting. It's very fitting.
Yeah, I chose Sergeant Slaughter as my king because he is easily the tallest GI Joe. And if you know a chessboard,
Hang on.
King is always the
Hold up. Sarge is bigger than Roadblock?
Yeah, he's tall. He's tall. He's taller than everyone.
I don't know.
100% he is. Yeah,
I don't
he
know
is.
about that.
In terms of the actual figure from the 1982 to 1994 A-Ra line, Sarge is the tallest figure.
Oh, okay.
Where has Zazel gone? I need Zazel to confirm this. So Sarge is easily the tallest figure. The king is also the tallest chess piece, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I remember. The other thing about the king is he can only move sort of one space. So if you know his moves, he can only move one space. So he does all of his best work in close quarters. Of course, Sarge is a wrestler. So there is my king.
Okay.
If you agree, put it in the chat. If you don't, put it in the chat. If you have other ideas, put it in the chat. Zazel's here. He's watching. He's watching. Good work. Yeah. So you'll never guess. Are you going to show some chats? Are you? Show some chats.
Oh, I was just about to say, and so is good friend Marauder Ruben.
It's 5 a.m.
Live from the city of Chicago, where it is very early over there.
Funny enough, Ruben, we were meant to go live at about 4:30 a.m. But StreamYard was being a bitch.
Yes, we were. Mm-hmm. Continue. Go on.
I just want chocolate in my mouth, man.
Okay, well, I'll let this one marinate, which comes as no surprise to anyone.
Yeah, and clearly the W is next to the E on a keyboard. Joe's got a Monopoly game. Good work.
That would be interesting to play. I'm not going to lie. I'm a fan of Monopoly. I don't even know how to play chess. Like, I have a basic understanding, but you put me on a chessboard, I'm in trouble. But yeah, Monopoly, that's my jam.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, my queen. My queen is Lady J. Because Lady J is also tall. But no, Lady J. Lady J is actually my wife's favorite G.I. Joe. My wife's name is Jessie. Was commonly called JJ when she was younger. So I have my very own Lady J at home. And of course, she's my queen. She's my queen. So she's my queen on the chessboard as well.
I have one question.
Yeah, shoot.
What do you think Flint is going to say about this?
He'd want to say it quietly because, no one wants to fight Sergeant Slaughter.
I think you're hyping up Sarge way too much, but that's just my personal opinion. But anyway, these are your picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the next two on either side there is obviously the bishop.
Wait a second. I have a question. Another question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think, because we like to make things up as we go around here, do you think now that you've done your king and queen, I should do mine? And then you do your two bishops, then I do mine. Because I don't have a visual cue. So that way it'll give us a chance to bounce them off each other. Yeah?
Yeah, let's do that. You're the host, man. And I'm not gonna argue with you tonight, mate. Those voice messages you sent me before, they were spicy.
Oh yeah. You got a pure, uncut, unfiltered shark in those messages. All right. So my king. Now, everyone's going to say, oh, it's going to be Cobra Commander. No, wrong. People might be thinking, okay, well, Serpentor. Yeah, nah, not happening. The king for me.
You've had a crack at me for not picking Duke or Flit as my king. And you've just gone, nah, I'm not picking Serpentor or Cobra Commander as mine.
No, but you have to hear my theory as to why.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
My king is Destro. And sure enough, like your picks, he too is quite tall. That's not why I chose him, but sure, we'll throw it in there. I've picked him because he is not only like a master strategist and like, you know, very, very good at playing both sides of the coin, so to speak.
Yeah.
But he actually plays chess. So, you know,
if you've
read the comic, I can't remember what issue number it is.
Yes.
It's in the thumbnail of the show tonight.
Yep, it was.
Yep. It has a chessboard and it has Joe and Cobra pieces on it. So here's my pick, which, of course, made it very easy for me to pick the queen. And that's the Baroness. All right. Because, you know, honestly, what other female like characters in the Cobra ranks am I going to pick? There's not a great deal to choose from.
No.
And, you know, all love triangles aside and all that sort of jazz. Baroness, easy pick. So that's a king and queen. Done and dusted.
That's fair.
Now, back to you. To the bishop.
Is anyone in the chat making some suggestions? That's what I want to know.
We can have a look at that. That's no problem. Where are we?
No, I think everyone's just chatting amongst themselves. Mod Extra's just jumped in. Hello, good sir. Mod Extra. He's also at work right now. Yeah.
This is a very good suggestion right here, but we're not at that point yet, Zazel, but very good suggestion.
We'll get there.
Mod Extra, good evening. All right, dudes, how's things going down under? Oh, it's been going pretty shit for quite some time before we got this show on the air. But we're here now, and that's all that matters. Lurk away, lurk to your heart's content. Once a man, Cobra Commander equals queen. Funnily enough, Johnny, I actually picked up the classified version today. I haven't opened it yet, but it was bought on a whim. I don't normally do Cobra La, but here we are.
Once a man, Cobra Commander is the only chick left in the nightclub at 4 a.m.
You're not wrong. All right. So,
my bishops. Yeah. I went with Doc and Lifeline. So Doc's secondary specialty, as we all know, is a chaplain.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, as a medic, he probably would encounter some stricken human beings from time to time, and would be equipped to read them their last rites. So I hate to be morbid, but that's why I've chucked Doc in as a bishop. And it seemed like I wanted to, I suppose, aim for some level of synergy because there's two bishops. So I wanted to pick a character of similar caliber to Doc, and I went with Lifeline. And I do believe Lifeline is the son of a minister from memory, according to the cartoon. So in goes Lifeline into my second bishop position. He's also a pacifist. Not sure how that would help him in any particular game of chess. But I'm definitely going standard Lifeline and not Kellogg's Lifeline because, standard Lifeline's at least got a sidearm.
Okay.
And Yeah.
It's a very, very specific detail.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, conversely, I could have gone the Kellogg's Lifeline because Kellogg's Lifeline is clearly a Seventh-day Adventist. So, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe Kellogg's Lifeline as my other bishop, but can't fight.
Okay. I have a question for you.
One. Yeah.
Bishops are two of the probably second most powerful pieces on the board besides the king. Is that correct?
Well, the queen's
and the
most powerful.
Yeah. Sorry, and the queen. Sorry.
The king's not powerful at all. He just sits there looking pretty. Yeah. Yeah.
Thus is my knowledge of chess, folks.
Yeah.
So, in this game of combat, right? Yeah. You've chosen two characters that are pacifists.
Doc's got a flare gun.
Hey, the classified version's got a taser apparently, so there you go. All right.
No, it's the religious connotations that I run with.
Yep, yeah. That's fair. Yeah. I get it. Okay. On that note, it is time for my two bishops.
Shoot.
And I have gone with Serpentor and Cobra Commander.
Fair enough.
Because let's be honest, each of them do have their pros and cons, right? Okay, as characters. Having them in the top spot wasn't going to work, but if we've got them in the bishops, at least they can do their own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Regardless of each other. Okay. Yeah. And that's where they're staying. That's who I've got. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. So
that's fair enough.
Yeah. Over to you for the Knights.
Yeah, the Knights. Well, obviously these guys are going to have a bit of pizzazz. So I was thinking, what is a knight to me? And you think about sort of medieval times, and knights had a bit of pomp. They engaged in jousting.
Mm-hmm.
They with jousting sticks, not anything else. Maybe swords. This is getting worse the more anyway, a bit of pizzazz. I wanted to obviously go with a couple of characters that had some affinity with each other. And the Knight's move, obviously, is an L shape. So one square up, two squares across, or two squares up, one square across. So they're kind of pretty agile on their feet, if you know what I mean. So it follows that I should have a couple of ninjas in that position. And I dropped in a Snake Eyes and a Storm Shadow. I'm claiming Storm Shadow for G.I. Joe, obviously. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Woody.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Yeah. So Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow are my Knights.
Okay. All right. Interesting. So you went with someone who is, or two people who are nimble on their feet. And agile. I too went with characters of that denomination. But my choice was also more for their sort of sneaky, conniving kind of ways of doing things, and being very shrewd.
Yep.
So I have chosen for my Knights the two acrobatic businessmen, Tomax and Zamos.
Very good. Are they going to be Super 7 Tomax and Zaymot in their suits, or are they going to be
Look, they could be in their suits or in their sort of Royal Corsican garb, whatever you want, whatever you want, mate. Take your pick.
They in their standard uniform, they actually look like they could, they could be soldiers in the Vatican.
Yeah.
So maybe they should have been bishops.
No. They're knights.
All right, well, yeah, it's your board. You didn't consider any sort of vipers for these positions?
Not for the knights, no.
Okay. Oh, so
because I'm looking at the hierarchy of Cobra here, and you want to have a certain level of what's the word I'm looking for? Like leadership, as well as like strategy, as well as like combatants. You know what I mean? Like the whole military sort of perspective. Yeah.
You want the clout on the back row. That's fair. That's very fair. No, good work. Are there any ideas in the chat? Oh, Steve, thanks for joining.
He's out of here too, mate.
We'll catch you on the replay, Brother Bear. I haven't read any of your ticker. No frostbite. I haven't read any of your ticker.
Well, you can wait till it gets to the start again and pause and have a read if you like, or we can keep going.
No. It was just being some drama in these toy tubers.
Look, there's 1,000 characters in there, Aaron. It's gonna take you a minute to read it.
Yeah. I got OAM Coco today and a stinger on the way, so that's nice. Cool story, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I hope you've all checked out Ronnie's Leonard Core collection video. Did you watch it? I recorded an hour-long video yesterday.
I watched it and I liked it and I commented on it, mate.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah. Check your notifications, bro.
Sorry, bro. Oh man, I didn't want to upset you tonight too after those videos I got, but yeah. Anyway, so I recorded an hour-long video about the core and my core collection. I did a stock take and I took my subscribers along for the ride and figured out that I have 107. I can't even remember.
107, I think, mate.
Yeah, shoot.
I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, core blimey. Core blimey.
Yeah, bro. Do you even bro?
Bro. Hey, Johnny, my wife watched one of your videos today. Yeah, it's funny. Oh, thank you, Cam.
Enjoyed it
as well. Yeah. So if you haven't watched it, go and have a look. I just tried to be as chill as because of the drama that has been kicking around this week. I suppose I want to be. It's a lot of dead bodies. Yes, I've learnt to say core and not corpse anymore. Adam always corrected me, and I'm not sure whether I actually dropped corpse in the video or not.
I don't think you did, man. I don't think you did. No,
because I was so cognizant of the fact that you would be watching.
You've done well. I've noticed that, like, ever since you've spoken about them, since I brought that up a long time ago, you've done well to course correct. I rate it. Well done.
Absolutely. Anyway, let's talk about castles, eh? Let's talk about rooks. Dare I say it? I wanted to select some real sort of heavy hitters for my rooks.
Yeah.
Some dudes, some stand-up dudes, some strong dudes, some dudes with big guns like me. So Roadblock was an obvious choice. Roadblock, heavy machine gunner, and obviously core G.I. Joe, a core G.I. Joe character, a corpse G.I. Joe character. So Roadblock, definitely, he makes his way in there, and corpse. Absolutely. So, real Roadblock too, not rock Roadblock. actual
Mhm.
roadblock.
Mhm.
And I coupled him up. Well, I haven't coupled him up. What's with all the homoerotic stuff tonight? I'm a bit out of sorts.
I didn't even notice what you said. What did you say?
I was saying that knights like to fight with jousting sticks and swords. It wasn't a euphemism at all. And now I've just gone a coupled roadblock up with repeater. Quinton's going to jump all over that, isn't he?
I think he already has. Maybe.
He's calling me Triple A Ron now.
Triple A Ron.
Triple A Ron. So I've paired roadblock with repeater because repeater is also another heavy machine gunner, and he is actually everyone's favorite. The more I collect GI Joes, the more I find out about GI Joes. The more I talk to GI Joe collectors, the more I find that that collectors just love repeater. So he had to make an appearance, and it was also good for the photo because he could have his big gun just pointing up in the corner of the shot there. So, and I'm a photographer, so what can I say? So, yep, they're my dudes for the castles, for the rooks.
Another good choice for a castle for you would have been Rampart.
Absolutely. Why didn't I think of that? Yeah.
That's fun.
It is fun.
Because I didn't pick any machine gunners. I didn't pick any machine gunners at all.
Yeah.
What's
the
that?
The jokes don't get any better on you, do they?
Jokes just write themselves, to be honest, mate.
Yeah. I'm blaming everyone that's watching because some of the comments that come up here, they just enable us. They just encourage us to crack horrible dad jokes. We crack bad ones, but some of the worst ones are in the chat. So keep up the good work, guys.
Good evening, Quickly.
Speaking of jokes, this guy's probably one of our funniest regulars. Some of the stuff last week was very good, very, very good.
That's very good.
It wasn't as good as Larry's joke on Saturday night. The old crimson skid mark. He wants a crimson skid mark figure.
Zazel has a question.
Yeah.
Everyone's a comedian.
Yeah, all right. Anyways.
All right. Rooks.
Yes, shoot.
Storm Shadow. And Zartan.
You have gone the brass on the back row, haven't you?
Yep. Well, like yourself, I wanted two heavy hitters. Mm-hmm. And what are Storm Shadow and Zartan both proficient with?
I don't know. Their names start with consonants. Oh, bow and arrow. That's fair. And archery blokes, they are usually standing on the walls.
On the ramparts.
On the ramparts. They're standing on the ramp. Oh, man. No, very good. I pay that.
Yep.
That's that's cool. That's very cool.
Yep. Yep. Again, you need two strong candidates to take that position. So
that's fair. I'm trying to think who I would have dropped in there from Cobra.
Well, look, you going based off your Joe picks, you could probably go with Heat Viper because of his big rocket launcher, and probably a Saw Viper.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But you're talking about cannon fodder too. You know what I mean? And that and the rooks aren't exactly pawns. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. They're they're looking after
Larry
the
has
flanks.
joined us.
Hello, Larry Crimson Skidmark Weeks. How's it going?
Speak of the devil.
We were just talking about the old classified Crimson Skidmark figure that you want. Who would have? Yeah, I wish we could have done a Dreadnoks Cobra. Are we including Dreadnoks into Cobra?
Absolutely.
Because I would have 100% put Road Pig as one of my rooks. He's solid as a rock, and the fact that he carries a brick around.
Yeah. He's also dumber than a box of hammers and schizophrenic, but that's fine.
I don't think we were allowed to say schizophrenic. That's why there's two versions of the Zartan.
The file card.
Yeah, the first one came out and said he was schizo, and then the second one.
I'm just quoting from what the Gospel of Larry Harmer. So sue me. Okay. We are on to the PAWNs.
Yep.
So,
monetized.
I think we might have to actually, spell that out just to be safe.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I almost said it.
This is a chess themed show, YouTube. Please do not flag this. Just throw it out there. Positive vibes.
So these dudes, I had a couple of little stipulations when I was selecting these dudes. Number one, I wanted them to be into my collection because I wouldn't be able to take a nice photo if they weren't. So yeah, I wanted them to be in my collection. I wanted them to be a similar color because I kind of figured that things on the chessboard would get quite confusing if we picked, 32 characters that are all different colors. You wouldn't know who was who in the zoo. So I wanted to try and stick with green, and as we all know, I like colors because I'm a simpleton.
The rainbow.
Yeah. Not allowed to do list shows unless you're doing list shows. Unless it's your idea. Not allowed to do list shows unless it's your idea.
I have no idea what Aaron's talking about right now, folks. Because he's not referring to me, so I don't know. Because we can do whatever we want.
It's a good way to be, isn't it?
It is. It's fantastic. Freedom is a beautiful thing. What's in that cup? It looks delicious. What is in that cup?
I went straight to the top. I went straight to the top shelf tonight.
Okay.
I'm on the hard stuff. That's why things are a bit loosey goosey. I have to admit. When I drink this, I tend to get a bit, a bit loose lipped.
Yep.
So yeah.
Oh, the Pepsi Maxes! Look out!
It's all that NutraSweet. So anyway, I wanted them all to be a different, not a different color, the same color, because I like colors. I'm a simpleton, and I'm happy that I can do a list show now if I want. So from left to right, I've chucked in Wild Bill. I've got Rock and Roll.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Are you going to break down why you've chosen each one, or are you just going to rattle them off?
I'm just going to rattle them off because you know what, these guys, they don't mean a lot in the scheme of things. Like you move a pawn out, they are cannon fodder. So I'm sorry to do this to some of these guys, but I mean Breaker, mate, you're asking for it. You don't come with a weapon, so. So you're a goner. Clutch, I'd imagine would run off into battle completely with complete disregard for his own health because he's a bit of a rat bag.
I agree with this comment.
Yeah. Wild Bill is too good to be a pawn. Yeah, that's fair. I was running out of green blokes. Well, and you know what? I feel like Wild Bill, like being a cowboy, if he had his back against the wall and it got into a shootout, he'd be quick draw. So pitting the hope of all the pawns on Wild Bill here, I think. Rock and roll, green shirt, short fuse, green shirt looks pretty demure. And Toll Booth and Tripwire, they wouldn't hurt a fly. So, pawns are just they're expendable, I suppose. And I hate to be killing them all off, but that's probably the main reason I picked most of them. And then okay. Old Mate Flash. I mean, when you watch the G.I. Joe cartoons, all you just see is like a sea of lasers pinging off into the air.
This is a salient point from Quentin.
The two ends have vehicles. Do they?
Yeah. Wild Bill and Clutch.
That's Breaker over there.
Oh, it's Breaker, isn't it? Yeah, no. Yeah. My bad.
Breaker,
mixed up my kids. Yeah.
Breaker doesn't have nothing. He just blows bubbles and stuff.
That's true.
Yeah. Anyway, Flash, because obviously in the cartoon you just see a sea of lasers. I just thought there's blokes running around with lasers everywhere, so he's just another laser guy. So it's mean. It is very mean.
Yep.
But that's why I picked most of those guys, because I viewed them as not really outstanding.
Okay. All right.
And they're green. And they're green, yeah.
They're green.
And they're green. And we're not allowed to talk about colours.
Colours.
Yeah. No, we are now. Yeah.
Okay. We are. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not about to talk about colours, but I'm about to talk about my PAWNs.
That's okay.
Right?
I won't argue with you. I know you always like to be right anyway. So.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you got me. But sometimes when you're right, sometimes you're wrong. And sometimes when you're wrong, you're right. Anyway.
Yeah, just if it gets too hard.
PAWN. You could do that. But what kind of mate would you be if you did that? What kind of mate would you be if you just turned around and did that? Firstly, we wouldn't be able to do these shows. Secondly, we wouldn't be able to talk about Joes. Thirdly, we wouldn't be able to get these jokes off.
After all the drama that's happened this week. Anyway.
Hey, listen, I'm not here for that. I'm here to give you my PAWNs so we can wrap this game of chess up and then people can decide who wins this game of chess. Your team or mine?
I think you're winning, mate. Yeah, but anyway.
All right. PAWN number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Grenadiers.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yes. You're gonna fill these up with army builders, aren't you?
elite operatives of Destros. They look very regal. They have swords. They also have an Uzi and a little laser pistol. Yeah, logical choice.
Absolutely.
Destros Legion. Slot them in there.
Yeah.
PAWN number 2. Scrap Iron. Someone who is a heavy weapons demolitions specialist who works hand in hand with Destro. All right? He likes to blow things up. He likes to blow things up, so say goodbye to your rooks. All right? Number 3. Just to give him a helping hand along the way, Firefly. Because a saboteur who is sneaky, who can get behind enemy lines and Once again, get rid of those rooks.
Just like,
All right, sneak past your knights. All right,
I'm cooked.
Perfect choice. All right.
I'm cooked. You've just gone. You haven't picked a chessboard. You've picked a dream team, man. I'm like the Fijian basketball team going up against 1992 Barcelona Olympics America.
Now, the thing is, I could have just gone and continued to pick more of like the Iron Grenadiers, like
Army builders,
like different operatives, but that would have been too easy. So instead, my next pawn is a Viper, or the Vipers. All right.
Yeah.
The elite of cannon fodder in the Cobra ranks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Logical choice. So
honestly, I reckon if you were actually mass producing a G.I. Joe chessboard on the Cobra side, all of the pawns would have to be Vipers, surely.
Probably, but we're not mass producing these for the general public.
No, that's just an observation.
It's just an observation. Get them selected, really.
So
that Pepsi Max goes straight to his head.
And there we
Quentin is happy. Quentin is definitely content.
Hey, Quentin thinks he's coming on with us next week. Can we have Quentin on our show next week?
We'll have to discuss this after the show, but can I finish rattling off these characters?
Yeah.
For the love of God, man.
I'm trying to look for the red setting on my light for Zazel.
Next one I'm throwing at you, the Crimson Guards. Yeah. Again, makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely. So what are you up to, 5 or 6?
I'm up to 6, I think. Let me just count.
So
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
3 was
4.
3 was 5.
Yeah, I'm up to 6.
Yeah,
I'm up to 6. Yeah.
All
right. Sorry, my eyes are giving me a bit of hell. Throwing this one in there. He's not a heavy hitter, but I feel like he can mix things up a little bit. Major Blood. He's got the title of Major, so he's got to be good at some form of leadership.
Yeah, that's fair.
In clandestine sort of operations. And you know what? He's Australian, so let's throw that in the mix as well.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. So 2 left. This is where I'm running into trouble because I have to come up with 2 off the top of my head.
Good preparation there.
I ran out of time today.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, you know what? Here's an idea. Yeah. I'm going to let the chat pick my final 2 PAWNs. All right. Now, Zazel has already jumped in here before I even, saw this comment and had come up with this idea. So, with that said, Zazel, that gives you the golden opportunity to make one selection from that gang of renegade bikers. All right?
Oh, I'm just watching the chat.
Yeah, so am I. It seems that...
Why didn't we think of that?
They're a very good choice.
Yeah,
they're a very good choice.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Yep. Well, let's run with one of those.
Definitely. Oh, yeah. And Quentin as well.
Oh, Quentin, yeah. Quentin's down as well. Actually, yep, that's Chris, and there's Quentin. Yeah. The bat looks like a quintessential choice. Oh, really? Hang on a second. A second ago, you wanted Dreadnoks, and now you're like saying Big Boa. You're just throwing him in there because of Sarge, aren't you? Answer me, Zazel. Answer me. Have you read all of the ticker, by the way, Aaron? Have you had the chance to read all of the ticker tonight?
No, I haven't yet. I might watch this one back because I do like listening to myself. If I'm having trouble sleeping, I put myself on and then I fall asleep. So I don't know. Yeah, it works better than anything artificial. Just listening to myself is good. So yeah, maybe when I do that, I will have a read and have a giggle because no doubt you've put some funny stuff in there.
Oh, Phil, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Definitely. God bless him. God bless him and his winged freak that he is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe a bit of crystal ball then.
Nope. He is not, sir.
Hey, we forgot Dr. Mindbender. Where are you putting Dr. Mindbender?
Yeah, he was never getting in, mate. No.
No? Okay.
No chance. No chance in hell. Yeah, no, Larry, I already made my picks for King and Queen, mate, and Serpentor was not it.
Larry's came down. Yeah. He's gone back to the start, Larry has.
Yeah, you might have to go back and catch the show after. But those are my picks, man. That's it. That's the ball game or board game, so to speak.
So they're your picks, but can we let's talk about if we were marketing a Giorgio chessboard. I don't think there has ever been one coming out, eh?
I couldn't find any proof of one online. So I don't think it's been done.
So I think if we were to mass produce one, you'd obviously have Cobra Troopers or Vipers as pawns, obviously in the Cobra ranks. And then
you'd have to have like the officer and the trooper and the Vipers for sure.
Yeah. As Zazel said earlier, for the Joe side, the pawns would just be original green shirts.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah.
And then you'd have to have all of the core characters across the back row, similar to what you did, but you'd get all of the iconic characters in, so you'd be able to sell the chessboard.
Of course.
But, I don't know whether you could actually like have two roadblocks on a chessboard or have two snake eyes on a chessboard. I'm not sure if that feels right, but you'd have to try and pick characters that are similar, so they look similar. I don't know if you look at some of like antique chessboards, like even all the pawns are subtly different. Like they'll all have, they'll all be carved subtly different, but you can tell that they're still pawns. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what a Hasbro could come up with if they wanted to, go with a mass-produced chessboard. It'd be interesting. Other properties have done it. I mean, I've seen Simpson, and that's what gave us the idea. Simpson's chessboard. Ran into that down at the toy shop the other day. I didn't look closely enough to see if all the pawns in that were the same, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'll quickly Google it.
Yeah, I was about to do the same thing. You can punch it in there. Like there's been novelty sort of, licensed property chessboards before. I remember back in the day, you used to see like, I'm sure there was like Lord of the Rings ones and Dungeons and Dragons ones and things like that.
Yeah. So
there you go. Like they had a Transformers one.
Yeah. The Simpsons chessboard looks like little Maggie. Is Maggie the baby?
Yes.
Excuse my Simpsons ignorance. I haven't watched a full episode of The Simpsons in my life. True story. It's one for
that is. I feel like you've told me this before, and I still find it just as amazing now.
Yeah. So Homer is the king. Marge is the queen. Looks like Bart's a knight, and there's two of him. And then Lisa is a rook, and there's two of him. And then there's like, looks like the grandfather is the bishop. Yeah, it's interesting. Right. And they appear to be just sort of different colours on both sides.
See, that's a bit lame, isn't it? Like, why wouldn't you have like Mr. Burns and Smithers on the other side? Like Smithers as the bishop and Burnsy as the king. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
That's a bit silly. Do better, whoever made
that. Does Marge have like twin sisters? Is that?
Am I right? Selma and Patty. They sort of talk like this. Yeah, because they smoke too many of these.
Yeah. So there's a pair that you could use. I mean, you could chuck them in as bishops, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. I never watched The Simpsons. Never watched Seinfeld. Pretty well deprived.
Mate, I feel like you would probably like Seinfeld, mate.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think you'd like it, and I'm surprised you've never even tried. Have you watched The Office?
Yeah, I've seen bits of that. A lot more of The Office than I have Seinfeld and The Simpsons. So, yeah, the Australian version came out this week, and apparently it's crap.
The Australian version of what?
The Office. It's on Stan or something like that. Yeah.
No, they didn't do that, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Who's in that?
It looked like a predominantly female cast. Like the boss is female. But yeah, the early reviews haven't been good.
No surprises there. I can't believe I haven't even heard about this thing.
Yeah. What's
And yes, the greatest show about nothing ever, Phil. And look, Aaron, I just want to say this: you are not alone.
Oh, good work, Johnny. Thank you, sir. I feel like Johnny and I are soulmates. After he told me how to fertilize marijuana last week. Me and Johnny Sorensen both had slinkies, I reckon.
Well, you had one part, he had the other. Anyway, that's the ball game. So
that's pretty good. Yeah,
that was enjoyable.
That's good. Thank you for everyone that came back. Yeah.
Despite the technological issues that developed prior to the show going to air. But yeah, like Aaron just said, thank you to everyone for tuning back in and bearing with us. And yeah, I hope you got a little something out of this and it passed some time for you. And, best of all, that was the only drama of the night. The only drama was
Zazel wants more lists.
I just saw the comment, Aaron. More lists. Zazel wants lists. Aaron wants lists too.
Zazel, mate, seriously, I'll have 2 of these next week, so look out.
I think you and Johnny were definitely separated at birth.
Yeah.
So next week, back on your channel, most likely.
Yeah. So Quentin wants to join us. So I've got an idea. I'll chat to you. I'm not gonna spill the beans now because I wouldn't want people pinching our ideas. But I have a topic in mind that would require Quentin's special skills. So
okay.
Maybe we jump back over to my channel and I'll prepare some slides and we can have a laugh with Quentin. If you're up for that, mate.
Look.
You wouldn't tell me in public anyway, would you? It's not like you can say no here.
I can say no if I want to. I've got no problems with doing that.
I mean, it's not like I suggested Campbell, but
maybe you can do a show with Quinn next week, and I can do a show with Campbell the week after, and then the following week we all do a show together.
I don't know. We'll talk in the chat, and Quentin will possibly be in touch.
All right.
I did have another topic idea for next week as well to coincide with the 1st of October. So yeah, maybe Adam and I will hash it out
We'll hash it out, bro.
This is very organic. We do whatever we feel like, which is great. And it feels good until StreamYard goes on the blink.
Right. We got there. I can't believe we got over the line, but we got there.
All right. Can I forward your video to some of the people that are...
Which one? The first one?
Seriously, honestly, I was scared. I thought you were getting angry at me.
No, mate. No. The fucking thing. I was getting angry at this. Inanimate objects. Not you, mate. Just inanimate objects.
Holy mackerel. Like, yeah, I thought you'd burnt a hole in the roof or something. So Zazen wants us to send it to him. We'll put it on YouTube Shorts. You could say it was AI.
Let's just say that
you could say it was AI.
Like that character in the front row there. Adam has a short fuse at times.
He went full incinerator.
All right, that's enough for tonight, folks. I'm pretty tired. I need a tasty beverage because, unlike Aaron, I came in here empty-handed. So, thanks again for joining us. If you're not already subscribed and following this fine gentleman here, that guy there who I'm poking in the head, jump over to Ronnie Trickshot on Instagram and Ronnie Trickshot on here on YouTube. And
I'm trying to jump into Melbourne.
All the way from Adelaide. Anyway, have yourself an awesome week, and we will catch you very soon. Peace and love, y'all. Play with your toys.
Yep, Merry Christmas. It's not far away. It's not far away at all. Did you press stop?
Ah, shit.